So Kashyyyk, a line in the sand, a fortified Wookiee refinery, is the last defense against a planetary droid invasion. So yeah, we're talking about a defend the base mission. It's pretty much what this mission is. That's what makes it a little bit harder, a little bit more annoying, because you gotta keep the droids from destroying this oil refinery, and yeah, it takes a while. Sometimes you got to keep up the defense and they get through. They throw a lot of things at you, a lot of tanks, but we'll manage.
When we arrived on Kashyyyk, things were just as bad as we feared. The droids had us outgunned, outmaneuvered, and outmanned by a 5-to-1 margin. What none of us had counted on was the Wookiees. We'd all heard the stories, of course, but we'd never fought next to them. Never seen them rip apart a droid with their bare hands. They were magnificent. Even so, it was still a suicide mission. At least it was until Master Yoda arrived. Then it became a battle. A winnable battle.
Okay, never mind. I just called the narrator a Wookiee hating racist, but he's actually turned around.
No retreats, no excuses.
What do you know? Character development in Star Wars Battlefront 2. See? I told you this game is amazing. No, I'm kidding. It is amazing, but... So yeah, we're kind of holding the beach. Very, very Beaches of Normandy kind of thing, except the droids are the allies, which is not really right. We're just missing everything. I'm not playing that well right now. But yeah, my advice is in the beginning, stay behind the barriers and ignore the tanks, because you gotta hold. It's much easier to let your tanks take care of their tanks, and they can shoot at you while you're behind these walls. So you can just focus on the individual droids, which could be a much bigger pain in the ass than the tanks. The tanks only become a problem for you later. So, yeah, keep that in mind. Keep up the fire. Watch your flanks. I feel like I'm training people to be real-life soldiers or something. But yeah. Grenades. Okay, good. Ah, first death. Yeah, there are a lot of timed missions in this, on this mission. A lot of timed tasks. I'm having trouble differentiating between the individual tasks in each mission and the mission as a whole. I mean, you probably noticed by now, I'm not from an English-speaking country. I'm just doing my best here. Please excuse my lack of vocabulary and or weird accent. So, yeah, keep that in mind. Oh, damn. Oh, come on. Oh well. But yeah, this game, I mean, you've played a lot. I'm guessing if you're watching this, you've played your fair share of Star Wars games. This game does a really good job of making you feel like a cog in the machine that is Star Wars. That is the Star War in this game. In this case, the Clone Wars, and later on, the Galactic Civil War. Because most Star Wars games just focus on you being, god damn it, just focus on you being a Jedi or something, or like being involved in a story that revolves around you personally, a character, a specific character that you're playing. But yeah, no, not this game. Games like Republic Commando and Battlefront really turned the...
Behind the seawall, we must protect the Wookiee base.
Yeah, protect the Wookiee base. We must fall back. Look at these trees, they're huge. Yeah, it was those games that kind of introduced the idea of Star Wars as like a shooter. Well, I guess the Jedi Knight series also had a lot of shooting sequences. It wasn't just lightsaber combat, but yeah, these games really turned Star Wars into a also shooter basic shooter
We must
franchise.
defend the oil refinery at all costs. If we don't,
Excuse me.
this whole place is going to blow.
So yeah, here we now arrive at the hardest part of the mission, defending the refinery for 4 minutes. And these minutes take a long time to to pass. I know 20 seconds have already gone by, but soon we'll begin being kind of overwhelmed. I don't know, maybe I'm over dramatizing how hard this is supposed to be. Again, I still haven't checked whether I'm playing on elite or normal. I'm guessing normal, but you never know. Luckily, we have a lot of support from friendly troops, a lot of Wookiees, a lot of Chewies, a lot of little Chewbacca's here. Let's get close to one of them. Say hi. Hello. There we are. Look at them. Aren't they cool? Oh, he died. Oh no. That's actually kind of sad. Let's use the sharpshooter. Ah, no. I just remembered the button on my mouse doesn't work for zoom. Never mind. This was a bad idea. This was a terrible idea. Never mind. Let's go back to the clone trooper. So yeah, if you were wondering why I wasn't aiming down my sights, it's why my mouse doesn't work. I guess I could reassign that key. I probably will. Because it is pretty useful, especially on the computer. Aiming down your sights is very useful for this game, when you're playing in first person especially. So yeah, the hard part comes when they start letting in these tanks, and they will continuously fire on the oil refinery until they take it down. Good idea to change to an assault trooper. Just watch out, watch out. Now, there we go. Switch back to a trooper. Keep in mind, the droids that will try to attack your refinery, there'll be engineers which have detonation packs, I'm pretty sure. And assault troops, like droids with bazookas. So, yeah, watch out for those. Oh shit, I'm out of ammo. I'm out of ammo. Come on, come on, come on. How strong is the oil refinery right now? Oh, it's still more than half. Okay, that's good. I think we'll manage. Yeah. But if you're wondering, I mean, Star Wars Battlefront 2 is a great game, like an amazing game. But it isn't my favorite Star Wars game. I guess my favorite would have to be Knights of the Old Republic, which is a pretty obvious choice, but come on, the game's amazing. And besides that, the Jedi Knight series, I guess I know the story is not nearly as good, but I really like Jedi Academy. It's just a fun game to play. It has such good lightsaber mechanics. I mean, no game has topped the Jedi Knight series in terms of lightsaber combat. Which is amazing because the game is like super old, but it's still the most fun you can have with a lightsaber. So if you haven't played those games, I recommend tracking them down. I'm sure they're not expensive. I mean, I think the... Yay, we're done.
Way to hold them back, man. Now let's push forward and send them packing.
Yay!
To stand by Wookiees in their hour of need.
In their hour of need. I'm gonna do a lot of impressions. So here we can play as Yoda. Yoda, the king of mobility. But also kind of not that good because he doesn't have force lightsaber throwing. Yoda does not have lightsaber throwing, which is annoying. But he's very good to, you know, just slide across the map very quickly. No one even notices you. No one can hit you because he's so small that his hitbox is like tiny. He's not my favorite, but I can see the appeal. Again, if you if you want to play with force powers, he's a good choice. Whoa! Your mission here is to take all three of the enemies. All three? All four of the enemy's command posts. So again, this is like Ayla Secura. Hold on to Yoda, because he makes this mission a lot easier. Just look at him walking. He's so cute. He's like. Speaking of Yoda, even though I haven't seen all of the Clone Wars, I am caught up on The Mandalorian, and you can definitely, besides the fact that you can definitely see that that show takes a lot from the Clone Wars, like a lot. It also, it's also very, you know, it's well done in every aspect that you would expect from a show like that. And I guess what I mean by that is that the story isn't particularly deep or anything. It's just a normal fantasy. It's a fantasy show. Star Wars to me isn't sci-fi. If you want to have that debate in the comments, you can. But in my opinion, Star Wars isn't sci-fi. It's fantasy. It's fantasy in space, basically. And The Mandalorian fits right into that. It's a Western in a fantasy setting with very simple stories, but I think it's perfectly fine for what it is. I think it's perfectly really good for what it is. Plus, they struck gold with Baby Yoda. That's like, whoever had that idea, like, deserves a stock. This deserves a pay raise of like a lot. Deserves to double their pay. Triple, quadruple, whatever, because it's such a simple, brilliant idea. Damn it. Oh, okay. Another thing that might be useful, force pull an enemy and then just destroy them. It's actually probably a lot more useful than force push, now that I think about it. I guess other Star Wars games that I also really like would be... I played a lot of Force Unleashed on the PSP, and I know that's not probably the best platform on which to play that game. It's probably not a very well developed port, but I liked it. I really did. It has a really good story too, and such fun use of force powers. You know, it's obviously Starkiller is ridiculously overpowered. I do not think he would work in a movie setting, as I know a lot of people want to see the Force Unleashed movie. I just think he would be so game-breaking. Starkiller functions well in a video game, not in a movie. The story is interesting, I know, but you would have to nerf the character a lot to make his struggle at least remotely appealing, because he's just way too powerful. Okay, we're getting a lot of fire, and Yoda's health is kind of diminishing, so I'm just gonna do a little bit of farming for life, and then go back. Yes. Killing droids is fun. I'm just playing with this tank. Poor AI. Doesn't know what to do. Okay, that's almost the end of it. And there we are.
Kashyyyk lives to fight another day.
Yay! Ah, I always try to time it so that I'm at the highest point when the mission ends. But you have to get lucky.
With the timely arrival of Master Yoda, the 501st was able to hold the line against the Seps on Kashyyyk. We left as heroes. Years later, we'd return as conquerors.
Foreshadowing! So yeah, let's look at our teammates. So we have Row 557, you know, pretty good soldier, killed 10 people, died 7 times. Yeah, I love how disparaging the scores are. But yeah, that concludes the Kashyyyk portion of the campaign. So we're gonna save. That was fun, but next time we're gonna do probably one of my favorite missions in the game. Definitely a highlight. Utapau Underground Ambush. I think this is where the missions start getting really good. Ambushing General Grievous and his army will be the final crushing blow to the CIS. So we're gonna play as Obi-Wan Kenobi, or the hero of our mission will be Obi-Wan Kenobi, who might be my favorite hero. So great mission, great hero. It's gonna be good. I'll see you then.